Okay, look guys, I had a really busy day today, and it was a very fun day, so I don't regret anything. But what I do regret to inform y'all is that this was, I believe, the very first game of the 24-25 Canucks season that I did not watch at all. Yeah, I mean, I saw the highlights. It's all there. It's on NHL.com. Everybody's tweeting about it. But like this was the first game where I was completely taken away from every piece of game action from start to finish whilst the game was happening live. I missed it. And with that in mind, I wanted to go out there and make this video to just kind of ramble on about the Canucks against the Dallas Stars. Ramble on about what other people are talking about, ramble on about my own personal hockey festivities of the day, because look, I'll say this, I am quite frustrated with the NHL and how things went down this week, because in my fantasy league, my primary one, guess who totally wasted a fantastic shutout performance by Vitek Vanacek for the Florida Panthers the other day? Because his team didn't get the goalie starts. Me. You know why I didn't get the 3 goalie starts needed on the week? Because I maxed out my ads, and I thought that 3 goalies would be enough to get 3 goalie starts on the week. I thought that John Gibson would be able to do things. Okay, he got injured in the game against Vancouver. I thought Vitek Vanacek would be able to get a few games. He got a game, he got a shutout, fantastic. And I thought Anton freaking Forsberg of the Ottawa Senators would play a damn game. He got none. All week he got none. There were so many games in a row that he could have had, but no. The Ottawa Senators start Linus Ullmark 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, a million games in a row, and I lose out on the week despite the shutout because I didn't get the goalie starts. Oh my god! Why the hell did John Gibson have to get injured, man? Why the hell did Vitek Vanacek have to get the gosh darn shutout in a week where the gosh darn shutout isn't gonna count? Ay. I blame Ottawa. Why are you guys not playing Forsberg? Why? Play him! Anyways, all fantasy hockey ranting aside, let's go out there and talk about this Vancouver Canucks game. Because the Canucks lost to the Dallas Stars 4-1 at home at Rogers Arena, and all I'm gonna do, after just reading the box score here, is go over some numbers. Because the Vancouver Canucks lost 4-1. First goal of the game scored by Thomas Harley 5 minutes into the second. 1-0 Dallas. Second goal of the game. Guess what? It's Derek Forbort. Yeah, guess what? Derek Forbort can score. He gets a really nice feed from Conor Garland. He's right in the middle. He shoots, he scores, makes it 1-1. And then Mikael Granlund, what a deadline addition. The former San Jose Shark ends up getting a rebound and putting it right by Kevin Lankinen with 26 seconds to go in the second period. And then you had yourselves Jason Robertson with a tip in the third period, and then Mikko Rantanen on the empty net. 4-1 is the final score here, but the shots on goal, guess what? Vancouver outshot Dallas 23-19. That doesn't seem like that bad of a discrepancy until you look at the Money Puck's deserve to win-o-meter, because the deserve to win-o-meter for Vancouver put them at an 80% chance of winning this game. 82 now, in fact. Vancouver had the majority of the high danger scoring chances, especially in the third period. And there's one guy that stepped in there and totally stole the show. Ladies and gentlemen, Casey Desmith. He went out there and absolutely robbed the Vancouver Canucks left, right, center, up, down, inside, out, and reversed, propelling Dallas to a 4-1 win. And this is one of these things where, you know, I talk about fantasy hockey a lot. I'm kind of obsessed with it. It's a pretty bad obsession considering my guys are out and John Gibson is now out for a while and Vitek Vanacek only had a game that was worth something for my team, but I ended up losing the week because the Ottawa Senators did not play Anton Forsberg. The fact is, when you think about some of these goaltenders that people like to use, Sometimes it's not worth it to go out there and take an Eric Comrie or a Jonathan Quick or a Jake Allen or, in this case, a Casey DeSmith, because they rarely play. They play every so often because the Hellebucks, the Markstroms, the Ottingers, these guys are the main guys. But a lot of these goalies exhibit very similar traits. They don't play often, but because they don't play often, they're so well rested that when they do play, they play very well. Unlike, of course, Jonathan Quick, who allowed 7 goals on 28 shots against today for a whopping .750 save percentage. That was fantastic. But Jake Allen, fantastic today against the Philadelphia Flyers. Casey DeSmith, fantastic today against the Vancouver Canucks. Anton Forsberg does not get played anymore for some reason, and it's totally tanked my fantasy team. But Casey DeSmith is one of those guys. He doesn't play often. When he does play, he plays fantastically well. If you play him too much in a stretch, that's when he starts to get a little bit shaky. That's what we saw last year. He was great last year for the Vancouver Canucks in relief of Thatcher Demko. But when Demko got injured and DeSmith had to play, sure, he was fine, but we were kind of worried. Hey, is this guy going to be able to handle the tough workload? And then guess what? DeSmith got hurt too. So you had Artur Shilov stepping into the playoffs last year, and he was fantastic, oddly enough. So you ran with this DeSmith and Shilov's pairing, and eventually Shilov's won the starting job, and a lot of folks were saying, hey, I think Shilov's might have just taken away Casey DeSmith's spot on this team next year. And when they didn't re-sign him in the offseason, they were like, yeah, okay, like it makes sense. Shilov's is here. The Canucks have Artur Shilov's. Thatcher Demko might be coming back soon. That's fine. He can have Artur Shilov's as a backup. And then we know how that went down. No Demko. Shilov's was still there, so they had to sign Lankinen because they didn't re-sign DeSmith. DeSmith went over to Dallas, playing inside of a fantastic organization that is one of the best in the league this year. And because he doesn't play often, he doesn't get tired, and he really steals the show when he does get playing time. So that Casey DeSmith playing behind a Dallas defense, despite the fact that Dallas did not look like the better team statistically, sometimes all you need is a hot goalie to go out there and win a game. That's exactly what the Dallas Stars got out of Casey DeSmith. And you can say, hey, it's a miracle because the Stars played yesterday. They lost to Edmonton. Big slobber knocker of a game. 5-4 Edmonton victory. Jake Ottinger played then with an .815 save percentage, allowing 5 goals. But Casey DeSmith, on a night where Dallas was tired, he goes out there and puts the gosh darn team on his back. And for us Vancouver Canucks fans, I'm just scrolling through the subreddit, reading some of these thoughts. I'm not going to put these on the screen. I'm not going to attribute these to anybody. I'm just going to read some of the top comments on the R Canucks postgame thread. When Rick Tocchet was first introduced as head coach, I was sold on his system stabilizing the Canucks' defensive play. I didn't realize it also meant that I'd never see this team ever score more than 3 goals again. Holy crap, the amount of chances the Canucks had in front of the net and 2 posts hit. The penalty kill is going on a legacy run right now, but the Canucks cannot get the puck into the net right now. Didn't look awful despite the awful score. DeSmith had a great game. Brock Besser, I'm seeing a lot of people going out there and talking about him, how he might be upset that Patrick Allvin said he sucks. Genuinely don't think the Canucks played that bad. They probably deserved a better faith. Both Elias Pettersson and Elias Pettersson hit the post. How poetic is that? Honestly, I'm kinda, checked out of it. I saw the highlights, but I didn't see any of this game, so I apologize. I get a lot of flack for this kind of thing, too. Oh, I unsubscribed from Lego Rocks because he made a post-game video about a game that he didn't see because he had ball hockey or something. I feel like I deserve a little bit of a pass this year because I watched all the other games, but yeah, still, this one, tough look for the Vancouver Canucks. This is why I have my safety blankets. I don't like to proclaim myself as a top-tier professional analyst, even though I am technically professional because this is my job. But ultimately, the Canucks lost a game that they may not have deserved to lose based off of the quality of the chances they had. But does this beg a bigger question as to whether or not the Canucks' ability to get chances is being outweighed by their inability to actually bury them? Rick Tocchet Hockey, everybody. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.